All right, welcome to the Reform Party's kind of recap of the 2023 convention in October in Baton Rouge. I have with me the chairman of the Reform Party, Mr. Nicholas Hensley, as well as the chairman of the Platform Committee, Mr. Rick Kasa. Mr. Chairman, if you'd like to bring us in.
All right. So I called the Reform Party to order in Baton Rouge in October of 2023. It'd been a really long time since we met. The last time we had met in person was 2016, but I don't really call that a convention. Our last convention was 2012. And we hadn't met in so long that we needed to do a practice run for 2024, as well as get a lot of the foundational work done that we need before that. So we had two big items on our agenda. That was platform and bylaws. Platform went up first, and let's let Sam and Rick talk about that.
Yes.
Platform chair.
Thank you. We had to, in 2020, we actually made a decision to do some relanguaging and make a better, more improved platform. We didn't change much as far as the ideology, but we explained it much better, so there's less to misunderstand and be mistaken about. So I think we developed and presented and got adopted a very good foundation of the work that we'll be doing in details in the next few years.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So, really platform is where I got my start with the Reform Party. I'm chairman of or vice chair of communications, but prior to that title, or I guess whenever we were doing or before the convention, I was just, a member of platform committee. And so what we did with platform, kind of coming in and reading what, some of the older stances had been was try to just update it. And especially when possible, right, link back to foundational documents or, government sources or, data driven metrics, and I think that was very Perot like in many ways, trying to use data to drive, essentially decision making. Like governance should use data. So, we put a lot of effort into that. There was a lot of long nights. We really kind of developed a bond with that. So you'll hear, our names a lot, just because I don't know, we somehow like this.
So there'll be a link to the platform that we presented and had adopted in the newsletter that that this snippet here accompanies.
Yep. So, we have a whole podcast series that we kind of worked out on that one. We also have a longer version of this talk that we're having now, that will be available. We're just trying to kind of keep this short and sweet, for the purpose of our newsletter. And I guess just like we were done with platform, Mr. Chairman, if you'd like to talk about our bylaws.
Okay, I'll try to keep this short and sweet for once because we all know that I like to talk. Uh, so when I took over in 2020 as chairman, the first task that the National Committee and the convention set out for me to do was to rewrite the national bylaws. Our national bylaws were hastily scrolled together after a court judgment in 2008. It was supposed to keep us for maybe a year or two before we rewrote it. That rewrite never happened. And then once the bylaws were there long enough, they just became, that thing you could just never change, but nobody ever liked. So in 2020, leading up to 2023, I got a really good group together, included almost all of Platform Committee had to help me at one point. Richard Walker, Sean Storm, David Collison, and I even talked to a lot of the older hands and sometimes members to help me with the bylaws. And we basically scrapped them completely and utterly and built something that was comprehensive, uniform, and right now shows that it is working much better than what we had before.
And at that point, we voted on everything. We gave each other high fives, went out, took some pictures, and then stormed the town of Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
Uh,
shout out to Baton Rouge. It's a great place to
uh,
visit.
Great place, very beautiful city. Just I had a room that overlooked the city, and it was a beautiful view. The people were absolutely nice, and it was a nice place to hang out with friends I haven't seen since 2016, 2012.
Yeah. Where all did we go? Like we ate
We
probably 2 or 3 different places.
okay,
I ate
so
5 dinners that night.
we we ate a lot of food. We started at the Hilton on the river. That was our main venue, and then we walked over 2 nights to have dinner at Capital City Grill. And
Okay.
I had some really nice Cajun food. I had a po' boy one night. I had gumbo the next. Then we went to a very nice coffee place that I can't remember the name of,
Wow.
but they made like the best cup of coffee I have ever had in my life. And David looked at me and said, "Nick, one day I want to find a woman that looks at me the way that you look at that coffee."
What was that the let's see, is this it? The Vintage?
The vintage, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that place was good. What did David buy us?
And then
Bonbons or
then
something?
they are the donut, the Cajun donut. I believe you were the one that they're called. Oh
Macchiatos, I think.
no, we got that was uh that was the uh coffee, but we got beignets. And
Yeah,
Sam, were
Yeah,
you the guy
beignets.
that decided to breathe while you were eating and ended up coughing up a bunch of
I don't
powdered
think
sugar?
I don't think I might have messed that one up. I don't know.
Because yeah, when
I like to eat,
when you eat a
man.
beignet, you're not supposed to inhale, but
I know they definitely warned us of that. Yeah, no, I was totally a cultural tourist
Yes.
in Baton Rouge. I even went to the LSU Museum of Art.
Right.
And I got a couple pictures in there, and I was talking to one of the ladies that was working. No, I really enjoyed Baton Rouge. You know, kind of walked around the state house, photobombed a wedding. You know,
just classic Sam stuff.
I tried, walked over the hill and made contact, and I was like, uh-oh. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed Baton Rouge. It was a really cool place to be able to travel to.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm glad
glad
I've
we had our
got down to that
convention
city
there.
once in life.
Yes.
So,
I
but
think I enjoyed Baton Rouge more than we would have enjoyed New Orleans because everything was just so much smaller there and just so much easier to walk around in.
yeah, remind me of a slightly calmer Charleston.
Yes.
But
We'll fly there next
speaking
time.
of venues, where's our next one at?
2024, we are looking at Charlotte, North Carolina, because it's a major hub, and we have a lot of people here locally that can help build a convention that includes me, Sam, and Rick are close to Charlotte. Then the next convention, which will probably be an off-year convention, we are looking at this really nice city out west called Las Vegas.
I never heard of it. Yeah. So what's our goal for Charlotte? What did we just want a whole bunch of additional state affiliates to join us?
Well, Charlotte, we're going to be looking at building at local roots. We're not sure what our presidential candidate is going to look like or if we're even going to nominate or endorse one, but we really want to look at building local roots in local communities. If you have a local office holder, then you have a conduit into that community. And most of your roots and get out the vote stuff comes from local efforts. So we're going to be looking at building our local grassroots, talking about local campaigning, doing a lot of educational seminars. And since we have a good platform and a good set of bylaws, we're going to be doing some tweaking of those, but they're not going to take over the convention like they did this time.
Well, so if that sounds like something that you want to get involved with, get a hold of us, www.reformparty.org, and reach out and we'll make contact with you. And we need to start rebuilding a whole bunch of local affiliates and state affiliates, and that way we're set up for 2024, or I'm sorry, 2026, whenever we have our midterm elections. Gentlemen, anything else y'all want to add to that one?
I just want to say thank you all for listening to us for this recap. If you want to get involved, sign up for our newsletter at www.reformparty.org. If you want to get involved, send us an email at info@reformparty.org. And we're always in need of donations and volunteers. Most of our donations come from small donors. So if you want to open your wallet and give us $5, $10, we would really appreciate it.
All righty. Until next time.